Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Buckeye in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling, magic Monday. Yes, it has been one of those magical days that I absolutely love. The beginning of a brand new week, um, new things bound to happen, surprises in store. Oh, I got a good surprise today. But first of all, how was your Magic Monday? Let us know in the comments below what was magical about your day. My day got to be magical because I was sitting here working and all of a sudden I hear this noise coming and I'm like looking all around. Fighter jets. Yes, my heart starts going. Boop, 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 boop. Heart always speeds up whenever there's fighter jets around. Love, love, love the sounds of fighter jets flying overhead. I have no idea what type of fighter jets they are. They're a little too high in the sky to see. I don't know what ones are stationed wherever we are close by. Zeffy, thank you. Something out the window had her eyesight. Come here, you can come up here. Come on, you want to come up and say hello? Oh, you cleaned your food bowl. I guess you want some dinner, huh? Um, and yeah, so they've been buzzing around all. They've been flying overhead all day. So there's an air base somewhere near here. So I got to go look on the map and see which one it is. But yeah, so we're getting buzzed most of the day with fighter jets. So I was sort of like, yes, yes, 'cause I love my fighter jets. But at the same time, I still had a very productive day. I got stuck in, got the work done that I needed to do, made a huge dent in my to-do lists that I had. Even on my lunch break, I had some to-do lists that I needed to get taken care of. I had to call the office with some questions for them, which I was able to do. They were able to answer my questions, like can I get packages here being the big one, because I need a new water filter, because my water filter is had it, and usually I keep a water filter in stock. But obviously, I forgot to order it ahead of time, and the water filter will be here tomorrow, so I can install the new water filter tomorrow. Because the water quite now is tasting quite bleh, so I haven't really been wanting to drink it. But I've been putting my essential oils into the water. I put lemon and peppermint in there to give it some better flavor to what it was because it doesn't taste the greatest right now. Plus, I've discovered too that it's that when you share, this is the first time I've been to a campground I've actually had to share a water tap, even though I have been at campgrounds where you share with the lot behind you, or in this case beside you. But it's the first time I've been at ones where I've had problems with the water pressure. So what happens is that outside there, you've got the single pipe that comes up, then it splits. It's a T shape, and off each end of the T comes a faucet. One goes to the RV and one comes to my RV. And you turn the tap on, it seems to be really great, and then it just goes down to this little tiny trickle. And I'm like, so the water filter is not going to help that situation. But once I have the water filter switched out, put the new filter in, I'm going to go out there and crank it up a little bit. Now I know why it was taking so long to get my water tank, because my holding tank, I keep that full because the water pressure on there, when you put the pump on, so it comes out of the holding tank, the water pressure is so much better, especially for taking showers. And when you have as much hair on your head as I do, you need that water pressure to get that shampoo and that conditioner out of there. Um, and so I have that on when I take my showers. So now I know why it's taking so long yesterday to try and fill the tank, that I gave up on it. So tomorrow, um, during my lunch break, I will go out there and turn the handle up a little bit and just let the water flow a little faster, so we can get the holding tank a little fuller than barely a half. Yeah, all these things that you've got to think about when you live in an RV. Um, and so, yeah, so we had a great productive day, productive morning, had a very productive lunch hour when I was getting stuff done that I needed. Had phone calls I had to make, had emails I had to reply to, so got all that taken care of, along with my genealogy and history for today, for April 26th. And then as soon as we finished up for the day, it was, as soon as I finished my afternoon job slot, which is with the mailbox power on their hop chat. It was then time to take Zeph for a walk, so we walked over. Actually, we took a break for a bit. We did take a break for a bit, and then the brain needed some quiet time. Uh, and then we went for a walk over to the dog park, and there was nobody in the dog parks, nobody in either of them. and it was like 5:45 when we got over there. And usually there's a group that meets over there at 6 o'clock. They never showed. Not one of them showed up at 6 o'clock tonight. So I'm sort of like, okay. But while Zeffy was running around, this woman comes in and she had this dog which was a little bigger than Zeffy, a little stockier, a little taller, a little heavier. And it turned out that it was a Belgian Malinois Whippet mix. And Zeffy is a German Shepherd Whippet mix, and I don't know what else is in there. But those are the two main breeds that are in her. And so it was interesting to watch these two run. Zeffy was definitely leaner compared to the Belgian Malinois. You've got to remember how to say that one right. Belgian Malinois. Compared to the Belgian Malinois Whippet mix, Zeffy was very sleek and lean and fast. just say that, fast. And the parks aren't big enough for her to get up to full speed. Now, had they not had the two fences in between, just had that one massive park. So if you saw Zeffy's Great Adventures today, we actually did a live from there this morning. And they've got these 3 decent-sized parks, but not when Zeffy wants to get speed. She can still turn quickly and do her fast spins and all that sort of stuff, but her running speed, when she's going flat out, she can't get up to top speed. But if they had just had one big park and not the 3 smaller ones, Zeffy probably would have had a lot more space to get up to full speed, because she would have run around the perimeter. She would have just been like she was on a racetrack, just running around and around the perimeter. And she would have gotten up some good speed doing that. But so she got to meet Abby, and Abby is the Belgian Malinois Whippet mix. Then we had Penny come in. Don't know what breed Penny was, but she was such a sweet dog. She was a sweet dog. And then these 2 pure black poodles turned up. One of them was called Gigi, and they both had these little bows. One had blue bows and one had pink bows in their on their ears. They were like little clips or something. Sweet dogs. And Zeffy just had a blast. Oh my gosh. She was sort of like, it was like Christmas for her today. As soon as she saw a dog coming towards the gate, she was over at the gate waiting there for them to come through. And I discovered that she can actually, and there was, when they were waiting for the poodles to come in, Zeffy actually had her head through the fence. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Because I'm like, if she can get her head through, I wonder if she can figure out if she can get the rest of her body through. But the rest of her body is a little broader than her head, thank goodness, because that would stop her going through. And of course, the whole time we're there, I just keep looking up, because the jets were flying overhead. They were coming in singles and pairs. Then I heard a noise, and I thought, that's a lot more than 2. And I look up, and there was 4 jets coming in, and they were kind of in a very loose formation. Yet last night when we were in the dog park, there was six helicopters in formation. They had a single, two, and then a single at the back, and they were flying in a very tight formation yesterday on the helicopters. So it's fun. I love being around military bases, especially ones where there's planes. I don't know. I guess that's why I joined. That's part of the reason I joined the Royal New Zealand Air Force, was to be around planes. But they told me I couldn't fly. When I found out that they wouldn't let women fly in the Air Force, I wrote them a letter when I was 14 and asked them why they would not allow women to be pilots in the Air Force. And I still wish I'd kept that letter, but I still remember to this day, and that was back in 82 I wrote that letter. 82. 81. 81, 82. Somewhere around there. When I wrote them that letter, and I don't remember most of the letter, but I do remember the portion that said, there are some things we have to limit the woman in. And I was sort of like, and the day they announced that they were allowing women to be pilots in the Air Force for support aircraft only, none of the fighters, I was sort of like, yes. And I was sort of like, oh crap. It was the day I got my first pair of glasses. And you weren't allowed to wear glasses when you were flying in the Air Force. So there went that dream. I was sort of like, darn. Okay. So we've had a very busy day, a very productive day. Lots of surprises especially with the jets going over top tonight, all day. It's been very overcast today, a lot cooler today. It was down low 80s. Right now outside it's down into the 70s, and we're supposed to have a nice cold night. You know how I sleep with cold nights. I love the cold weather, and tomorrow's meant to be in the 70s, and it's meant to have some rain. But I'm kind of dreading towards the end of the week because in some places around the Phoenix area, it's going to be hitting triple digits this weekend. I'm like, no. So I've got to figure out what we're going to do, where we're going to go, and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, how was your Magic Monday? Let us know in the comments below how your Magic Monday was. Yeah, Zeffy had a blast. We were there for probably almost an hour. You and the people that normally, and all the good people that show up with all their dogs around 6 o'clock, not one of them showed up, and we were there beyond 6 o'clock. So yeah, we were probably there a good hour. And even the guy with the two poodles coming, he says, "Where's the 6 o'clock group?" I said, "Well, I did hear some of them talking yesterday about some of them were getting on the road and about how many nights they were staying in different places on their way to wherever it was they were going." So and there was about 3 RVs that drove out of here this morning down in front of us. So I don't know how many RVs within the park because there's several rows back. We're like one of the first rows in here. But anyway, it's been a good day. Lots of good things going on, figuring things out with the RV. And I thought, just looking around the RV trying to figure out, maybe I could get this reconfigured inside here with the seating area and stuff to find a spot I could do a workspace in. But we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Depends. Who knows? Got to find a way to get a desk in here, because that's the one thing that I really, really don't like about Sparkles is no separate workspace. Everything's done here at the dining table. And I can only sit here at this dining table for a number of hours because you're on a bench seat, foam seats. So it's getting to the point where I'm going to need to replace the cushions soon that you sit on. And I'm sort of like, yeah, I'd really rather have a desk chair to sit in at a proper desk to be able to do some work. So trying to figure that one out. There's got to be a way to do it. Has to be a way. But anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys tomorrow morning bright and early for Tune Up Tuesday. Tune Up Tuesday tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Got some cool things in there for that. Yeah. So we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Ekonara.